Control isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's disguised as kindness, a gentle hand that quietly takes over your choices. This is Sophie's story. She was independent, confident, and trusted her own judgment. But independence can be exhausting, and doubt creeps in. In one such moment, Sophie met Adrian. He seemed to have all the answers, making her life easier, one decision at a time. His help felt genuine, his advice sound. Sophie saw him as a guide, not a controller. But a guide should show you the way, not carry you. Adrian's goal was different. He wanted her to stop walking and let him lead completely. The comfort he offered was the quiet construction of a cage. Adrian entered Sophie's life as a solution, not a threat. A simple work conversation led to him solving her biggest project problem with ease. His advice brought her success and relief. She felt grateful, even indebted. Soon, she turned to him for more. Choosing a flat, making daily decisions. Adrian always had the right answer, and Sophie's own judgment faded. Each time she followed his advice, her reliance grew. The comfort of his certainty became addictive. She stopped weighing options, stopped trusting her instincts. Adrian wasn't just helpful, he was becoming her default decision-maker. The chain of dependence was forged, link by link, with Sophie willingly holding out her hands. What began as support became a subtle surrender. Her life was easier but less her own. The bars of her cage were invisible, built from gratitude and relief. She didn't see the cost, yet. The help she welcomed was quietly taking her freedom. Sophie thought her reliance on Adrian was efficient, a shortcut through life's decisions. She consulted him on everything, big and small. His opinions became her own. Her voice echoed his. Friends noticed she deferred to Adrian's views. Her confidence faded, replaced by anxiety at the smallest problems. She, once adventurous, now panicked over minor setbacks. The comfort of being cared for turned into unease. She missed the thrill of making her own choices. Her life looked perfect but felt hollow. She was acting out a script Adrian had written. The cost of comfort was her own identity. She was losing herself, one decision at a time. Adrian's method is called engineered dependence. It's not about cruelty, but about making someone rely on you through relentless helpfulness. The manipulator becomes indispensable, subtly undermining your confidence. They offer solutions so often that you stop trusting your own judgment. Each success reinforces their role and weakens your independence. Adrian needed to be needed. His sense of worth depended on Sophie's reliance. He didn't steal her independence. He convinced her to give it away. The power he held was quiet, pervasive, and hard to see. Sophie's autonomy was traded for the illusion of safety. Sophie's wake-up call was ordinary, a choice between two brands of pasta. She froze, unable to decide without Adrian's input. The absurdity hit her. Why did she need his approval for something so trivial? She saw herself as a child waiting for instructions, not an adult. That night she replayed her choices, the flat, the job, even her holidays, all shaped by Adrian. His help now felt like occupation, not kindness. She realized her life was managed, not lived. Anger and shame rose. How had she let this happen? The suspense shifted. Could she reclaim herself? The person she once was felt distant, but not unreachable. The first crack in the mirror had appeared. Sophie faced a choice: remain managed or fight for her autonomy. The path back would not be easy. Sophie knew breaking free wouldn't be dramatic. It would be slow and deliberate. Her first act of defiance was small. She voiced her own idea at work, even as Adrian disagreed. It was a tiny victory, but it was hers. She practiced self-trust in daily life, navigating without his help, making choices on her own. Each small decision rebuilt her confidence. She chose restaurants, books, and routes without consulting Adrian. The fear of mistakes was real, but so was the thrill of independence. She was rediscovering her own tastes and intuition. The safety net was gone, but she was learning to walk again. Each act of self-reliance was a stitch in her identity. The process was terrifying, but exhilarating. Sophie was finding her voice, one choice at a time. The journey back to herself had begun. Sophie's return to herself was gradual, with setbacks and small victories. She set boundaries with Adrian, explaining her need for independence. He didn't understand, but that only confirmed her decision. Sophie learned that control can look like care, and that true help empowers, not controls. Real support builds confidence and respects autonomy. The most important relationship is with yourself. Trusting your own judgment is a skill. Independence is built in small decisions and solo victories. Be grateful for help that lifts you up, but wary of help that makes you kneel. True strength isn't never needing help. It's never surrendering your right to choose. Sophie's story is a reminder. The comfort of the cage is never worth the cost of your freedom.